Hello everybody, David Lemon here. Welcome to today's Groove LemonAid number 42. I'm going to be answering a lot of your questions. We have received quite a few of them, but in case you are joining this live and you still have some questions, make sure that you jump into the Q&A box or the actual comment box and ask your questions there. I'm going to just dive in immediately. I had to postpone this Q&A. We had an interesting meeting with the Groove, the founders team. We are planning some goodies out for you. There's a lot of happenings in the Groove digital company, and most of the stuff is done for you. Basically, we are doing it so that you guys have a much better platform to work with. I'm not going to go over Groove member updates because I mentioned them last time. So in case you are wondering what's happening with Groove member, make sure you check out the Groove LemonAid session number 41 there in the first, from the minute 4 or minute 3 or 4, I talked about the updates on Groove members. So in case you're interested about that, nothing changed from then. I mentioned what we are working on, when we are going live with that, and everything was mentioned then. So I'm just going to go on from here. From today, we're going to talk about the questions that you guys have asked. So I'm just going to pop up the actual screen on here. Let me just see. Oops, again, the wrong screen that is being shared. Just a second. I'm going to turn that in here. There we go. And whenever we are going live, we have a Facebook post and people have their questions below that. So Kevin Ho is asking, does Groove roadmap still exist? We have a roadmap and I showed it last time as well. We are going to be building it into our Groove platform. So whenever you log into Groove, we are going to be building it in over here. Also, whenever you go to these 3 dots at the left corner, you can see report bugs, request, features, roadmap. This is going to be replaced with the new links. We are just working on the single sign-on. The devs are a bit busy, so they didn't manage to do it yet, but that's happening, I believe, within this week. So that's it. Let's just see over here. They took it down. We took it down because we need a better way to manage it, and we need to be able to communicate it a bit cleaner, and now we have a way to do that. Richard has a question about Google Analytics report for SEO. Always warns me of missing sitemap file and robots.txt file missing. How do I generate those and how do I add them to website? At this moment, there is no easy way to do that within Groove. There are some workarounds that some users found, but at this moment, at the inbuilt functionalities of Groove, we don't have that. We are, however, working on a full-on SEO menu within the page builders that we have, and one of those features is going to be to generate a sitemap, and also this robots.txt is something that we are still figuring out how to do it, but the sitemap is going to be coming for sure. I don't have an ETA. We're working on that, but we will have a full-on SEO menu where the builder will analyze like how many header ones, or do you have heading 1s, heading 2s, heading 3s, and things like that. So it's going to give you feedback on the SEO of your page. Also, once you publish your page, it's going to be able to analyze the page loading speeds and things like that. So that's something we have planned. We are also working on that, but at this moment we don't have that deployed yet. Please show us how to give refunds in GrooveKart. Santo, I don't have transactions in my GrooveKart account, but I'm going to show you where you would be able to find that. Since I believe last month, at the beginning of last month, or maybe even 2 months, time is passing so fast, we added on the capability of doing refunds directly from the GrooveKart dashboard. So now that's available. You can go in to your orders, and whenever you have an order, you are able to process the refunds directly. So in case you actually do the process here, as I mentioned, I only have demo stores on my account, but whenever you go into the actual order, there's going to be a refund option. So there, once you actually process the refund, is going to be processing it also in the basically in the platform that you're using, the payment gateway. So you just go into your orders and find the refund button. I wish I could show you better, but I just don't have orders on my demo stores. Can you please show how to connect a contact us form so that the information submitted shows up in our email address so that we can respond? Whenever you create a form with GrooveMail, so just a normal GrooveMail form, let me just show you. It's automatically going to send out the emails to your account that is connected to your Groove account. So you go into forms. Once you set up a form, it's going to be forwarding you the responses. In case somebody signs up or somebody fills out this form, it's going to be sending you the responses to the email in your account. So in my case, it would be david@groovedigital.com. We are doing another option here that's on the to-do list. We don't have it yet. Inside the setup, we will have another option over here. Let me just see. Here, something below, I believe, below the welcome email, we'll have send responses to, and it's going to be a send responses to with a form where you actually click and add emails that emails where you want to actually send these emails to. Here inside the GrooveMail dashboard, as we have senders, we're going to also have approved, I don't know the exact terminology we are going to be using, but we will have approved addresses or something like that. You will need to add on an approved address, and then you can add them into a form so that the responses are sent to those approved addresses. So that's going to be happening. That's on our to-do list. We don't have it yet, but for now, the responses from a GrooveMail form are being sent over to your accounts, to your Groove account's email address. For contact form, do I need Zapier? You could use Zapier. You could also use a GrooveMail. And that was just a question that I saw from the same person over here. So there you go, Robin. That's the answer. Pat Lorna Shanks has a question. Do we have access to the assist concept? First person gets a hero cookie for affiliate marketing. How do we turn that on? You don't. That's not built into your own affiliate marketing through GrooveSell. And the reason is because we had to hard code that, because when we get an affiliate, we have a full-on sign up for a membership and password and things like that, and we kind of grab that user after the registration, and that the registration is the actual cookie of some sort. Is that kind of a sign up is something that we are tracking. Now that technology was done for ourselves, but we have a way now to get that code that we did for ourselves as a workaround and make it global for our users, and that's something that we will be doing in 2022. So that's a next year project, allowing the hard coding of affiliates is a big task. We have it planned, but at this moment is just taking a lot of time and resources of our developers. So that's going to be passing over to 2022. So the short answer, we have that functionality for Groove, but we don't have that functionality so that you can use it on your own products. We will have that in 2022. There's a question: how do you import Canva templates into GroovePages? You don't import Canva templates. Canva is a separate platform that they have their own system of creating pages. Most of the times it's images. Can you use one of your bonus templates from AAC as the example? You cannot import Canva templates. I know that Canva creates sites, but that's an image that they create really. So what I would suggest, if you plan to use Canva, create the different assets of your site, but build it in GroovePages. It's going to be faster. Will you do an episode on split testing GroovePages and GrooveFunnels? At this moment, GroovePages and GrooveFunnels the same thing. Previously, the whole suite of tools that we have that you can see on the screen was called GrooveFunnels. Now, GrooveFunnels over here, when you go into it, it's going to open GroovePages. And that's a good reason for that. And I explained it in the group a couple of days ago. The reason why we're doing it is we are going to be, I'm going to show you an image. It's going to be easier to understand. We're going to be separating the two platforms. One is going to be GroovePages. One is going to be GrooveFunnels, and that's going to be the funnel builder. At this moment, when somebody asks, like, can you do websites? Yeah, it's in GroovePages. Can you do funnels? Yeah, it's in GroovePages. So what's GrooveFunnels? And that's where we actually create confusion. And what we will do is the following. Let me just find the design. That was, by the way, shown on the last Groovathon, but you may have not seen that. Let me just see where that is exactly. Just a moment. I don't think I can find that. I'll show you the other one then. So we have a full-on GroovePages design, but I'm going to show you now I know that I'm not sharing my screen yet. I will bring it over right now. So here's what we are going to have. Whenever you go into whenever you will log in a future date into Groove, you're going to be seeing brand projects, and the brand project is going to be, okay, I have a company. For that company, I need to build out an e-commerce store, a website, and a funnel. Okay, so all these three. So it's going to look like this. So for this project, I have a website, a blog, and an affiliate program. For this project, for nutritionexpert.com, I have a GrooveKart store and a GrooveMail campaign and things like that. So you're going to be building out the assets for your brand, for your brand. It's going to be, so this is the wizard, how it's going to look like, and then you choose, okay, I'm creating a new brand, I want this asset, this, and this, and then you can actually manage that. So because of funnels, they are a collection of pages, and also website is a collection of pages, but it's for a different purpose. We're going to be separating it out. At this moment, we just needed to make the future plans when we actually get this design and the other one that I cannot find really now. We're going to have an easy way to manage the funnels and the pages separately. So you will know when you go into GroovePages, you're going to be modifying your landing pages and your website pages, and GrooveFunnels is going to be the full-on funnel platform with all kinds of different options and funnel templates. So at this moment, there is no split testing. It's just the same at this moment. Later on, it's going to be a different platform. Last question. What are your recommendations for measurement sizes on images and contents on mobile devices to increase speed? The smaller, the better. Whenever you go into your image library, like for example on a site, let me see if I have something opened. I think about images in terms of size, that a background image could be like 1000 pixels large for a block, for example. If I'm using it as a block for a background, it is somewhere around 1000 pixels that I would like to add. When you're adding in a smaller image, for example, a logo, it shouldn't be bigger than, I don't know, 100 pixel, 150. But it's just something that you get used to seeing. The issue is when you are adding in images and you use free stock photos from here, those images are huge. Those are made for photographers, like huge prints and things like that, which is for web is just crazy. You don't need these big assets for your website. So definitely, whenever you load in an image, like for example, let's just type in Apple, and you grab an image from here, definitely resize it. I would even go as far as just get images, compress them, and then use them. Because as you can see, it's 4,000 pixels wide, and really all you need is 500 if you're using it as a normal image on your sites. So there is no best way to do it. We cannot control who uses what image on where, and that's why we don't recommend sizes, but it's just something that you kind of get used to the more designs you do. So try to play with it yourself. The more you do it, the better you will get with it. So that's my question on resizing and images, or sizing of the images. How do you have a menu heading that is for grouping of related pages? How do have a menu heading that is for a grouping of related pages, but the heading doesn't have a page of its own? For example, you might want to, okay, services that has links to 3 different pages about individual services to your offer, but there is no page that is simply called services. Okay, so what you're doing is doing an external link. So what you need to do is go into the backend, or not the backend, to the blogs section, and get a navigation bar out on the canvas, and you will see these links will show up the actual pages that I have. So I have home, checkout, thank you, and the rest, and that's actually updating over here. So in case I don't want these to show, let's just leave the home page on here, but I want to create a services page, for example. So I'll just click over here to the nav menu. So somewhere in between these 2 links, I will click in here, and I can see that I have the nav menu selected. Now I can go to configure, and I'll just hide. So I'll just exclude all of these pages. Okay, this, and this. Okay. And I want to add 1 external link. So it says here external links. You create 1, and then you can type in services, and then you link this to somewhere, a page, block, URL, pop-up, blog, or your GrooveKart store, anything really. So what you could do is send people to Google, for example, open a new tab, and then that's basically it. So you'll see now it updates, and I just need to make sure that I exclude these pages as well. I'll have 2 pages, home and the services page, which is an external link. So home is a real page on my site, and the services are an external link that I have created just using these nav menu settings. So hopefully that helps you, and you'll be able to use that in your own sites. Mark has a question. Hello, David. Sorry if this is the wrong place to ask this, but I need to know if that once Groove goes monthly, it's no longer high ticket offer. Well, it's just it depends. It is a high ticket offer because it's going to have a $2.99 per month price. So in case you have a look at low ticket offers, most of the times they are not monthly. It doesn't have to be that only a price in thousands is a high ticket offer. You also see the length of the payments is also counted. So I would still consider it as a high ticket offer and a high value offer, but it's just that some people see it differently. When it goes monthly, of course, you pay smaller chunks, but at the end, if you actually calculate the price, $2.99 times 12, you can tell me if this is a high ticket offer or not. Of course, we will have, most probably, we will have a yearly pricing that may be a little bit smaller, but I would still consider it as a high ticket offer for sure. Yeah, I'm just not going to read this. I'm going to go and answer the questions. When will GrooveVideo embed not work? Okay, on Safari iOS be fixed? This is happening a few times. We had that issue, then we fixed it. Then iOS has an update, or the actual browser is getting updated. iOS is having a lot of different issues lately with different ads, with the different code changes. So it's just playing catch up with them. We had 2 times fixed the GrooveVideo player, and it seems that it's again giving issues for some users. we will need to look into it again, but it's basically just because they are doing all sorts of updates on their own. I don't have an ETA on that, but we'll need to look into it for sure. Does GrooveKart integrate with GrooveMail? Not yet, but will soon. Also, does GrooveKart have a video background? I know my camera is shaking. I have a very temporary setup on here, so sorry about that. Does GrooveKart integrate with GrooveMail? Not at the moment. Also, does GrooveKart have a video background for slider carousel as GroovePage has? Not at the moment. Lastly, will GrooveKart have a subdomain link to work with GroovePage, GrooveSell, GrooveBlog, GrooveAffiliate? Yes. The actual GrooveKart domain management is coming to the end of the development. We will not have the domains set up inside GrooveKart anymore. We will have it out here in your account settings with all of the other domains, I believe from next week. This has been worked on for quite some time now. We had some issues, but now we have managed all of them, and most probably next week we'll have the domains management for GrooveKart with all of the other domains. So let's see. The next question from Wei is, I want to promote Groove on Facebook ads. What image and video I can use? I would not be able to give you a specific video to use. I would say create your own assets for promotions, because this is how you can control. Whenever you're running Facebook ads, you don't want to take somebody else's promotional assets, because if we would create promotional assets for you to run Facebook ads too, those would be also used by thousands of other users. So whenever you're running Facebook ads, you're actually paying your own money, and you want to control the success of that money. So create your own assets. There's no better way to do it. Never rely on pre-made assets. Even if you go to ClickBank, they give you pre-made tools and email swipes and things like that. That's good, and that attracts a lot of affiliates. But the biggest affiliates, the ones that have the most success, they control their own assets for promoting an offer. So just do your own, make it easy for you to control that. For example, if we give you a pink image, you may not like it, so you will request, oh, can you change the image color and things like that. Just do your own. Go to Canva in 2 minutes. You can create an ad image like very fast, or just get somebody on Fiverr to do it. Try to do your own assets. I haven't usually watched the session live. What's the link to view them live on YouTube? It's basically, you go to Groove Digital YouTube channel and you'll find it there. I checked the Groove console for events, and the only thing there is the Q&A is not an event. We do Q&As every Tuesday and Friday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Today it was a bit delayed because I had a meeting that went a little bit longer, but that's not an event. So LemonAid sessions this is the 40th or 42nd this year, Tuesday and Friday every time at the same time. So Brian, you may join us there. With Butterfly Marketing, we automatically sign people up as affiliates. This triggers email from Groove promoting Groove. Is there a way to prevent these from going out? I'd rather use my email sequence to inform them. If the emails can't be stopped, can you clarify how many emails they'll receive from Groove because they've signed up as an affiliate? When somebody signs up as an affiliate, they sign up as an affiliate for your product and also for Groove as an affiliate. We do our own onboarding sequence, which is a couple of emails, mostly just to get them familiar with Groove itself. We will have an option for managing the emails that users are going to get when they sign up as an affiliate for somebody else. At this moment, we just don't have a way to manage that yet. So every sign up as an affiliate of yours, they will be as a sign up for Groove. So we will have a way to manage them differently, but for now they will receive the onboarding sequence that we send out to new users. Rezwan, how to make a 333 box element in GroovePages to a 444? You asked that last time. I mentioned it. So you asked that when was it? On Friday? No, you asked that on Tuesday. I mentioned that you would need to pull in a new element and then just copy paste over the assets that you already did from your 333 box. How to disable a container in desktop but have it to appear on mobile and other devices. You clone it, so you clone an element or you clone a container or a block, and just hide one on the big devices and show it on small one, and the other one you show on small devices and hide on big devices, or vice versa. Is the answer about the hero cookie also the same answers? Okay. Adrienne Mitford's question is the last one I'm going to answer from this. So if you're watching this live, please use the Q&A for the live stream. Adrienne's question is going to be the last one I'm going to answer from this list, okay? I don't want to keep the people waiting that are watching on the live stream. Is the answer about the hero cookie also the same answer for allowing you to have a higher commission percentage for your paid users versus free users that Mike talks about with butterfly marketing? No, that's built in and that's available for you. These are custom commissions, or commission bumps as we call them. So what Brian is asking for, if hard coding an affiliate is the same as giving them a higher commission, oops, wrong button, higher commission when they are free sign up, or the basic commission when they are free sign up and a higher commission when they actually upgrade. And the answer to that is no. So what you need to do, if you have a free sign up product and then you get affiliates on that, and if somebody upgrades, you want to bump them up, you will have commission override. So you will have a commission override which is going to be called free members, and for your upsell product or your upgrade product, you're going to have another commission override, which is going to be a paid members product, or something like paid members plan. And in there, you can create a commission override, which is going to be paid members. And in the GrooveMail automation, you will say, if somebody purchased this product, they are signed up for if somebody signed up for a product which is my freebie, give them this commission. And if somebody signed up for a paid product, give them the paid members commission. So this is where you create these commission and commission overrides. That's in GrooveSell and it's already available. That didn't completely answer my question about the menu. How do you add 3 sub-service pages on the... Okay, so you're trying to do leveling. You can only do 2. So if you have home and you want to have like this one, you can only have first level, second level. You cannot do 3 levels of menus on your page. So what you need to do is just take this little drag and drop icon and just drag it in a little bit. So just drag in your page in this pages section, and then this little drop down arrow shows up with options. How to connect these buttons? Okay, Google Calendar, Outlook Calendar, Apple Calendar. You usually do this within your events option. So export or Google Calendar invite or something like that. You create your Google Calendar invite and you link it on the pages or here. You do your Outlook Calendar or Apple Calendar invite. I believe you could do the same thing from here, from one of your calendar apps. So it's just a button, you just link it to something else. Will you please demo how to set up a new membership? I'm missing a step in the select domain. There's a drop down that doesn't seem to be working. Okay, let's just check. So if you have a Groove membership, let's just go to content memberships. And here I have a couple of test memberships. Let's just select healthy eating trends and go into the settings. And here there's a domain. So at this moment, I don't have a domain connect that I can connect to a Groove member membership. And I will just go to my account settings and set up. Okay, this one is most probably connected to somewhere else already. I'm going to just activate the Groove Assist to be available. Healthy eating trends hat. Okay, so I have hat.grooveassist.com. So I'm going to go to settings, select the domain, Groove Assist, subdomain, hat.grooveassist.com. Update, success. So if I go to, let's just see. If I go to the login URL, hat.grooveassist.com/login. I know I selected a subdomain. This may not be your own setup, but it would be the same with a custom domain. So you saw how I create. I went into my account. I created a domain over here, or basically a subdomain, and then I just selected that domain from the Groove member setup. It shouldn't be hard. If you have any kind of issues, missing a step, select domain. If it's not showing up for you, then check with the support, please. Okay, so I believe I answered all of the questions from here. Let's just see what you guys have commented inside the comments of the live stream. And sorry about the wobbliness of my desk. I'm getting a new desk next week, and for now I'm working on a four-legged wobbly desk. Walk us through. Is it possible to hide a membership from appearing in the portal? Can we be selective regarding which membership to be displayed? Absolutely, yeah, that's very easy to do. There's a full-on step specially made for that reason. Let me just show you here in Groove member. Where is it? Here. So in case you go to Groove member and you go to content portals, or you select the portals from there, and if you go into edit one of your portals, I believe over here, you're going to be able to select or unselect the actual memberships that you want to show or not show. So hopefully that is the solution. It says select your memberships that you want to show. If you selected all of them will have the green button to unselect. So you make sure that you see the blue button. That means that it is not selected. And that's kind of it. What's the difference between Groove and GrooveAsia? It's basically the same platform, but it's managed by different people in order to bring the application closer to the different target audience. As you know, different parts of the world have different cultures and different ways of doing business and payments and languages and things like that. So what we did is we kind of separated the big Groove International to three separate entities. One is Groove Brazil. Brazil is a whole different world with different payment gateways, with different ways of doing business online, and different languages and things like that. So they have their own culture and they need an own way of managing that. We found partners that we took on, and they actually took on the role of leading the charge of Groove Brazil. And that's the same story with GrooveAsia. So GrooveAsia is still the same platform. It's going to be translated to different Asian languages. It's going to be managed differently with different payment platforms, and it's just going to be made closer to the culture. It's going to have its own support team with different languages and things like that. So we're trying to branch out, but we want to do it with separate teams, so that Groove International, it doesn't have to do everything. We want to really focus on the big markets, but when we want to branch out, we will get on partners to assist in kind of assisting the customers. And that's what you're seeing. The Groove Brazil, they have their own tutorials and support, and it's just a better way to bring closer a company and a platform to the cultures of those countries. How can I disable a container in a desktop and only have it visible on other 3 devices? So you can hide it on one device. So I don't fully understand your question. I'm going to show you what I think your question is. So let's just say that I want to now hide this element or even a container. For example, let's just select this container over here. I want to hide this on laptop for some reason. So now I have all of the devices selected. If I go to laptop and I unselect, just so that I manage this device, I can go into layout, and here in the display setting, I can choose none. So what this is doing is that it's showing the actual container on the desktop. It's showing on all smaller devices. On your laptop, it's going to hide it. And when you're hiding something, you're going to see these red checkered layout, and the whole thing fades. It's kind of a transparent thing right now. So when you preview the actual page, it's going to show on the big device. It's not going to show on a smaller device, which is a laptop, and then it's going to show on the other devices. And you can check that by just doing this. As you can see, it doesn't show that section anymore. And if I make the page bigger, now it shows. Now it doesn't, now it shows. So hopefully that explains it. I don't fully understand your question, but I believe that may be it. I bought a domain. Do I also need to get the hosting, or does Groove offer hosting? So you just need a domain, you hook it up with Groove, and you're all set. You don't need any kind of hosting. Groove gives you all the website hosting, blog hosting, membership hosting, video hosting, GrooveKart store hostings, the mailing platform, and everything. So it's all available for you. There is no need to purchase anything else. Okay, I answered that one. Hi, I'm Verma. I'm lifetime access, 15 days completed, but I do not understand where to start. Tell me. Okay, so I cannot tell you where you need to start. I would just be able to tell you on how to think about starting. So think about what you want to do, what kind of value you have to bring to people, who is your audience. Let's just say that you want to build an e-commerce store. Maybe you want to create a store where you sell your products. You could do that easily with GrooveKart. If you are planning to kind of sell services, or you have a service that you want to monetize, you could do that in GrooveSell. You could build a page where you advertise your product. But I don't really know what you want to do. So think about what you're trying to do. Think about your goal, and go backwards. Like start with the end in mind, as they say, and go backwards. What do you need to achieve that goal? Okay, I would need probably a website where people can register. Cool. What do you need to know to create that website? Okay, I need to create an actual form where people can fill out, and I also need to design my page. Great. How do you learn? Go backwards from the goal. That's just my suggestion. And I don't really know what your plans are, but that's how I would do things if I would be starting out. Okay, when we build a Groove form on a page, should be used integration or the embed element for Zapier purposes. I've tried setting it both ways and creating a Zap. Yeah, I saw that Zapier, the new Zapier with the GrooveMail forms, is giving an error that it's not finding the details. Let's just see if this is the issue. We are fixing that issue, by the way. I've tried setting it up both ways and creating a Zap to have Gmail send an email to the owner whenever someone submits a lead to Groove form. The lead info is going into GrooveMail properly and showing up, but the email is not being sent. I know it's set up properly because I have it working through MailChimp the same way. Yeah, it could be something with GrooveMail. Please reach out to support and have them look into it. Um, Good evening, David. 2 questions. 1, I've tried several nav bars, but they refuse to show the nav menu in anything smaller than a laptop. I've lost my blog in the nav bar too, and now I can't find a video showing how to edit. I searched high and low. Okay, so these are 2 questions. Okay, I've tried several nav bars, but they refuse to show on the nav menu in anything smaller than a laptop. That would probably be an issue for the tech support. As I can show it to you over here, it's showing up. I just dropped, oops, I'm not sharing my screen. I just dropped a nav menu earlier, and you see this is the blue one. I'm just going to preview it. So this is the desktop, and it's showing on smaller devices over here with a drop-down menu on these smaller devices. So I don't really know what could be the issue on your end, but that's 100% not something that I can do much about right now. So Chris, please reach out to support. They would be able to look into it and then find out the issues. I've lost my blog in the nav bar too, and now I can find a video showing how to edit. So in case you're adding a blog, that's most probably an external link. Let me just hide this here. So you click on the actual nav menu element, so somewhere between you click either on one of these in case you have only one showing up, or somewhere in between your menu items, and then this will select the nav menu element. In here you configure and you turn on external links. So here is where you manage the external links, and in the external links you can link to your blog, and you just select your blog and then click update. Oops, you didn't see that, but I just selected the blog over here and the GrooveBlog advisor and clicked the update. So now the services, it's actually blog, and it's linking to my blog now. So I don't fully know what your issue is, but please reach out to support. They can look into your specific use case. Any updates on a course about GrooveKart? There is no new course that we created for GrooveKart. The last one we did is the GrooveKart, Accelerator, and it's still fully relevant. So you could watch that if you would like to learn how to create a store, an e-commerce shop. Is apps still in beta? We have apps that we can call out of beta, but this beta thing is really when a new platform comes on, or when new app is developed and it's so new that we just need to name it somehow. It's not a full stable platform. I would call GroovePages, GrooveSell, GrooveAffiliate, GrooveVideo even out of beta. Some people may or may not disagree, but beta, it doesn't really mean much if the app has as many features as what we have currently. It doesn't mean that bugs will not happen anymore. They will happen. We'll go and fix them, and we will still add improvements, and we'll still add features, and that's just how a platform is developed. But the word beta we use when something super new comes out and it still has a lot of bugs. Now we started also using the phrase sandbox. A sandbox is fully on for playing only, because we're doing a lot of back-end development and a lot of improvements. So GrooveMail and GrooveWebinar automated. So GrooveMail is now in sandbox for sending, while we are tweaking the sending platform and the new builder and the things like that. And GrooveWebinar is just out of sandbox, where people can go and create their webinars now. But I would still call these new platforms that were just released and just made available for users kind of a beta, but it doesn't really mean that it's bugless. Sendgrid SMTP email results a broken image on the email body. Any idea about that? Yes, the image at the bottom is a tracking pixel, and that our team is sorting out. There is something that is added from Sendgrid into the emails when they are being sent, and we are looking into that already. Okay, I cannot see the full-on question, but I'm going to give my best to answer it. Going off another gentleman's question about creating a service title and navigation bar, but there's not actually having a services page. I believe he was asking how to create. Okay, I don't know if this is for me or not. Yeah, so he wanted to drop down. Yeah, I believe I showed that now. For our own affiliates, is the cookie hard coded like Groove affiliate link? It's I believe it's a 99-year cookie, but it's not hard coded for your own program. At this moment, for Groove only is a hard coded cookie. David, I'm talking about setting up the contact form with email like you mentioned when answering my question. Okay. I don't understand if I did a good answer or not with this one. Please tell me. My GrooveVideo did not load on iPhone when testing. Is this a known issue? It's an issue with iOS and Apple devices. They are changing a lot. Like with the Facebook, they don't show ads anymore. They manage things differently, and they also changed how they show cookies and how they're managing different things, and that causes sometimes issues. At this moment, we fixed it 2 times. I already mentioned that at the beginning of this Q&A. We fixed the loading of videos 2 times for Apple devices, but as they keep changing stuff on their end, we'll need to go back and revisit the changes again. When will the embed GrooveMail phone work? As at the minute, I can only get it to work when I embed the HTML code rather than the GrooveMail app on the page. Reach out to support. I don't know what you mean. I can only get it to work. There may be settings that are wrong. There may be other things that you have on your page that could be causing things to not work, and I cannot fully see what the issues may be. So please reach out to support. They would be able to assist you further. Hi David, in GrooveSell, can you just set it up to sell to UK with just GroovePages website? GrooveKart can. So GrooveSell doesn't have these options to sell for one country, like IP blocking and such. GrooveKart is an e-commerce store where this is already a norm for using funnels to sell. It's not something that is super necessity. What you could do is with your marketing, make sure that you're only promoting to those people or to those countries where you want to actually sell. That's the only thing I can tell you. We don't have that built into GrooveSell. You should just target your audience in marketing to whom you want to sell. Is it possible to unpublish a single page? Unpublish a single page, no. You could change the URL. You could modify it or things like that. But unpublish a site from a domain, that's possible. But unpublish a single page, just delete the page if you don't want it, or change the URL. How do I verify my domain GrooveMail? You need to add your you need to add an SMTP server. So I have a video on that one, and I show it. I believe it's already in the GrooveMail sender settings as well. So if you go into GrooveMail senders, so here this icon for senders and then email senders, and then whenever you're creating a new sender, you will have to fill out these settings. When you also click on Sendgrid, I have a video guide over here where you click and it will open up the YouTube video on how to connect it. So watch this video guide. It's going to be helpful for you to understand. You fill out your details on here. In that video, I mentioned what you actually need to do. And I also show you how to connect a Sendgrid account. So click on Sendgrid and this will show up. Click on the video and that's going to guide you through on how to set things up. Okay, Let's just move on to the next question. How can I get a notification once a form is filled? That's the question from a Facebook user. If you're using Groove Mail forms, the notification is being sent out to the email automatically that owns the Groove account. That's automatic already. How can we center align our title on GrooveBlog? What do you mean center align the title? Let's just check this out. Okay. GrooveBlog, let's just go into one of my blogs. In posts, this is a post. So this is kind of left aligned. And what you mean is how to center align it. Let's just check. I would need to republish this blog. It was kind of old. Okay, we can check it out here when it loads. This is a post. Okay, so at this moment, our theme, our template is is set up this way. I don't think there is an option for managing that right now. There is, however, an option to use custom CSS if you want to tinker with that. But at this moment, the theme, the template of this of the GrooveBlog was set up to left align it. Unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to recommend you anything if you don't want to tinker with code. In case you want to tinker with code, if you click this cogwheel and you scroll down, add custom code, just behind me here, you can put in things inside this CSS in order to manage things on the blog post. Which image or video can I use for Facebook ads? I answered that already. Just create your own. We don't provide videos or images specifically for Facebook ads. I wouldn't suggest you to use those. And again, your question was asked again. Go on to Canva and create an image for yourself and just create your own videos on Fiverr, because this is how you control your assets. If we would create assets for you to promote with ads, those would be already used by thousands of users. So I wouldn't suggest relying on pre-made assets. Just create your own. Go to Canva. In 2 minutes you can have a very, very nice cool image asset to promote for Groove. Is the Groove platform GDPR conform? We are not GDPR compliant right now. That's being worked on. We will be compliant as much as a platform can be. That's being worked on, but we don't have it yet. We do have cookie pop-ups that you can put on your pages for GrooveBlog for GroovePages. But make sure for now, if you're using any kind of third-party services, make sure you mention them in the privacy policy and the terms of conditions of your page or your site. Can I change the email notifications? I'm admin, as I'm not getting any notifications from my form fills. Reach out to support. They could look into it for you, but you should be getting those. Is cart abandonment feature available within GrooveSell without having to go to another third-party service? For the moment, it's not. We'll have that connected to Groove Mail, and that's going to be sent out through Groove Mail as well. You're going to be able to do tags and sequences based on people that did cart abandonment. For now, it's a third-party connection only. If I had a button to a page, how can I set this button to redirect to an external link? It's pretty simple. I'm going to show you over here. If we go on to GroovePages site, okay, so you have a button which is linking over to a page. Okay, so now you have a page and you have probably selected your page. Let's just send them to a thank you page. Okay, so what you would need to do now is just come back to the button and then reconfigure it so it's not linking to a page anymore, but it's linking to an external URL. Okay, you just change that, you add your URL, yes, google.com, and then once you add that in, you click the update button, and now the button has been reconfigured to link to a URL instead of a page. Hopefully that helps. How to place those banners with code like the ones in our promotion tools on a blog post. You could embed them. So what you do is you go to your promotional tools. So you find your promotional tools, and here you can see banners. Here we have already pre-made banners that you could use and add them to your pages or blogs or something. When you found the one that you like, you could just copy it over. Basically, you copy over the this link or here, and when you come to your blog post, you can just embed it using this option in here. So I click the plus icon and then this option, and then paste the whole code in. And as you can see, it is now here. And this is the same thing in GroovePages as well. I've set up a sequence in GrooveMail, and the bottom action is to send out an email, but emails are not being sent. Is it working? That's a question from Coach New Life Ninja. Yes, it is working. We are sending our own sequences out with GrooveMail. So if yours have some issues, reach out to support. They could look into it. What could be the actual cause of that? And there's a lot of things that could go wrong. Sendgrid could be an issue. Your sender email could be an issue. Your email that you're using for sending out emails is blocked somewhere or marked as spam, or there may be a lot of things that may need to be checked to figure it out. But reach out to the support team, and they would be able to look into that one for you. A Facebook user asked, will I be able to upload a list at some point? Yes, actually we are working on that one. We will be doing a demo on that once it comes out. I believe within a month we'll have list uploads available for GrooveMail. Sending seems okay. I was able to create a campaign and that email went out successfully to the list. Okay, perfect. So there may be something that the sequences create an issue maybe with your sender. We are sending our sequences out with our emails. We have a Sendgrid sender, and it's working beautifully. Yeah, so just check with support. They could look into it for you. Cool. We went through all of these questions. Very good. Let's just see. I will just double check if I forgot something, just so that I mention. Okay. There's a question over here. Speaking of abandoned cart with GrooveSell, what third-party service I could use? Any integration or Zapier or even, I believe, even webhooks. Let's just double check. So the whole world is your playground. In case you're doing abandoned carts in GrooveSell, you manage that in the step number 5 checkout. Cart abandonment, and here you are. It's only integration for now, but you can integrate Mailchimp, Aweber, Usign, whatever you want, really, or you can also use Zapier. If you're selecting Zapier, Zapier is managed fully inside your Zapier account or Zapier account. What you would do is create a Zap, which would say Let's just type in Groove. Okay. And if somebody let's just see, GrooveSell fairly, GrooveSell cancellation. Actually, I don't think we have the abandoned carts yet in GrooveSell. I'll need to double check that. Let me just actually reach out to our devs. Should have that. It may not be out yet, but I'm sure that we will have that. Okay, so let's just double check one more time. GrooveSell failed rebuild cancellation. Yeah, I don't think we have the abandoned cart yet. We will do that. Okay, so not Zapier. The integrations that are done with Groove. I'm just getting a reply back from the dev. Let me just see what he says. We have that planned. Yeah, perfect, as I thought. Okay, moving on. Ayush asks, I'm a paid lifetime member of Groove. How can I integrate Indian payment gateways in Groove? At this moment, only the ones that are available in GrooveSell or GrooveKart can be used. There is no way to integrate third-party payment gateway. If you are from India, you can just create a Groove Pay account. That's the best and easiest thing that you could do to integrate with Groove. Go onto groovepay.com, create an account with GroovePay, and use that one. It's cheaper, faster, easier to integrate with Groove than any other option out there. Okay, perfect. I believe that is it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I answered quite a few of your questions. I believe I answered all of those that were here. If you have anything else that you would like to ask, you can join the Facebook community. It's just facebook.com/GrooveCM. Join and ask the community there if you have any questions. If it is a tech question, something is not working, something is wrong, you need some hand holding and you need some assistance, reach out to our support team. They would be able to help you with those types of questions. Sometimes the users by themselves, they will not be able to go into your account and check what's happening in your use case, but that's what support is for. If email is not sending out, reach out to support to check why not, or your account is behaving differently than before, reach out and check what's happening, because the support guys, they have access and they can look into it for you. Yeah, that's basically it. So thank you very much. Hopefully see you on the next Q&A session, which is on Tuesday, same time, same place, at noon Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, and that's 6 p.m. Central European Time. At this moment, we are finishing for this week. Next week, we'll see you then. And I wish you a pleasant rest of the week and a beautiful weekend. So see you then, guys. Thank you.